Watch the gate.
Welcome to the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup stop number 2, brought to you live from Manchester, UK. We're here today for the second stop of the World Cup, and we've got our qualification races loaded in the gate for the elite men. Then we'll move over to the elite women. You get to see all 3 runs for each of those elite women and elite men. And then later on tonight, you will see the time trial superfinals. You'll see both the elite women, top 8 will go, and then we'll have the top 16 elite men after stop number 1 of our tour in Argentina just a few weekends ago. But today it's all about qualifications for these riders looking to try to make their way into tomorrow's event, where we will have 8 riders that make their way into the main event. So here we go, ready with Moto number 1. We have Christensen, Bear, Dupont, Donard, Lauston, Andre, and Furlong. Those are our first 8 riders looking to make their way around the track here in Manchester. An incredible facility indoors, no issues with the weather. Right now it's just going to be about incredible BMX racing, and let's get ready for our first race of the night as these riders are in the gate just waiting for the command to get things rolling. So as the gate drops for Moto number 1, we'll see how things pan out for these 7 riders on trucks. Looks like Sylvain Andre from France has got himself the whole shot, goes into turn number 1 with Christensen right behind him, and Darnard in that 3rd place spot. A good race coming down this ultra technical track. A lot of changes since last year. You may not notice it yet, but the riders definitely did a lot of crashes early on. People getting ready. This 3rd and 4th straightaway have changed dramatically, making it for an incredible race. And you can see right there, big jumps down that last straightaway, making it the most aggressive straightaway in the sport of BMX Supercross at the time. But it'll be Sylvain Andre from France who takes the overall victory here in Moto number 1. So get ready for heat number 2. Komarov, Lopez, Cameron, Posey, Dermont, Vandenberg, and Riccardi will be the riders on track. Riders are loaded in the gate, just waiting for the call. Definitely anxious to get on track here. These riders are looking to qualify their way into tomorrow's 8 finals, which is technically the motos for these riders. Then they'll move into that single elimination racing with quarterfinals, semifinals on their way into the main event. And we'll have all the action for you live from those quarterfinals on tomorrow. But right now it's about these qualifications, making your way through. 3 times around the track today. Lowest points from each of these groups will be the ones that move on to meet up with the top 16 elite men from tonight's Superfinal time trial. Almost 200 riders in attendance here this weekend at the second stop of the World Cup, all wanting to get through and have a chance at that racing tomorrow. So let's get ready with Moto number 2 on the gate. Riders are waiting for the gate call. So as the gate drops down, it's going to be a good battle. It looks right now from the middle, it could be Justin Posey from the US of A. He wants to get out front, but no, right there, unfortunately, it's not where he wanted to go. Goes over into those air barricades, but right now it's a good race down second straightaway. Those are 2 massive jumps into that turn. It'll be Vandenberg and Komarov out front. Demrov in that 3rd place spot, but unfortunate incident in turn number 1. It looks like every rider's up, and we get things going around. The Vandenberg gets down that last straightaway, looking cool, stylish, all the way to the line. So it will be Vandenberg, Komarov in 2nd, Dermont in for 3rd. Then it'll be Riccardi and Lopez for 4th and 5th. So a lot of room on this indoor track. The track was basically built designed and then the building was put around it. So everything looks pretty tight in here, but the track was built first and then they built the building around it. But you just see there's always, in any BMX race, not a lot of room going into turn number 1 when you have riders side by side. And unfortunate there for Justin Posey, he went down. I see him riding off the track, so he's okay. So we'll get ready. Matt Cameron was also one of the other riders that went down that race. So we'll see how things plan out for him as we get ready for Moto number 3. Here's our start list. Vincent Pelliward, Bernhardt, Dodd, Murta, Ezekiel, Jaspers, and Wright. Those are our 7 riders for Moto number 3. What a good gate from the middle right now. And now from the inside, it looks like Vincent Pelliward from France has himself a whole shot, enters turn number 1. Jaspers is behind him, and then we have Ezekiel in that 3rd place spot. But Vincent Pelliward definitely looking smooth and stylish out here on the Manchester track. He's got around there. Jaspers now is pulling up on him a little bit. Let's see if he can make any headway down that 3rd straightaway. No, it looks like Pelliward will continue to lead this lap, start to finish all the way down. Little jump right there. Jaspers pulls up on the line, but it will be Pelliward with the win. Jaspers in 2nd, Bernhardt in 3rd. As we said, that last straightaway has become very different for these riders. Definitely big, peaky jumps. We've had some riders that unfortunately have crashed throughout the week of practice here. We'll see how that plans out today. So we'll get ready for Moto number 4. Dumont, Verducci, Zula, Brethauer, Limburg, Duché, and Qua. Those are our 7 riders taking to the track here in Manchester. Riders getting loaded in the gate just before their first run here. We'll see how these things pan out for these riders. Looks like Qua from Canada's last one in. Let's see if he can be the first one out as these riders anticipate the start here. Looks as if we had gate selection maybe out of order, but now the riders seem to be loaded up in their correct gates. We'll get ready for Moto number 4 here in Manchester. So the gate drops down from the middle. It looks like it's going to be Louis Brethauer from Germany who gets the great start out in front. It's going to be Dumont from Switzerland right behind him, and then Tommy Zula from the United States of America now in that 3rd place spot. But Louis Brethauer, definitely one of those strong younger riders out front right now, looking stylish out there on the track here in Manchester. A little bit of a case there. Doesn't seem to throw his repetitions off as he gets down that last straightaway now. Across the line, it will be Louis Brethauer with the win. Dumont in 2nd, Tommy Zula in 3rd. So we'll get ready for heat number 5. It'll be Jacob, Harmanson, Tremanis, Panjaskins, Marquette, Slots, and Luque will be the 7 riders to take to the track. Looks like Luque will be a DNS. So we'll just have 6 riders in this heat. Here we go with the start for Moto number 5. The gate slams down. This time it looked to be Harmanson from the Netherlands who has the lead going into turn number 1 be Marquette Tremonis. Now Tremonis gets into that second place spot. Definitely a good battle down this second straightaway between the two. Let's see what moves can be made in turn number 2. Right now Tremonis is falling behind. If he can make it past here, this is where he'll be. He's going to the inside. Let's see what he can do. Look pretty clean through there. But right now he's going to still be following Harmanson around the track down that last straightaway. A little bit different line there, but you'll see Harmanson comes across the line with the win. Tremonis in second, and then Marquette in for third with Jacob for fourth. Next up, heat number 6, Webster, Malflant, Turner, Kadyshev, Avril, Askerud, and Bukaj. Here we go with the start for Moto number 6. As the gate drops from the middle, it looks like it's going to be Bodie Turner. Had a bad crash the other day. It looks like he's phased it right off. Askelford from Norway in that second place spot. Bodie Turner right now commanding out in the lead. Let's see how Bodie gets down this third straight. He's definitely one of the most stylish riders on track. Right there, a little bit of style for the fans coming through with the lead. Coming into there, the last turn through the last straightaway. So it'll be Bodie Turner from Australia with the win. Second place will go to Askrud, and then third will be Kadyshev. Next up, heat number 7, Cristofoli, Dubois, Ramos, Racine, Grilling, Herman. Those are the riders looking to make their way around. Let's see. Stand-ons, Romain Racine, David Herman. Let's see how they can get themselves around here in Manchester for the second stop of the UCI BMX World Cup Tour. Definitely interesting racing going on. A lot different track, tight and technical with these changes made here. Super technical for these riders. So riders are in the gate just waiting for the command. So as the gate drops, shooting from lane 8, number 80 will be David Herman from the United States of America. He's going into turn number 1 with Cristofoli from Italy in second, and Romain Racine, he's in that third place spot. But right now, David Herman looking smooth out there on the track here in Manchester, looking to make his way into tomorrow's racing. Cristofoli keeping him honest. Racine's back there in that third place spot, but right now David Herman's got a good lead, looking good through the entire track all the way to the line. It'll be David Herman, number 80 from the United States of America, Cristofoli from Italy, and Dubois gets around, as well as Grilling around Racine, who will finish up in 5th. Next up, heat number 8, Shippers, Peliot, Kleshenko, Heckler, Oquindo, Chappelle, Vanderweyer, and Svub. Those are the 8 riders for heat number 8 here in the first qualification runs for these riders in the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour here in Manchester, Great Britain. Looks like a definitely good race here. It looks like it's going to be Carlos Oquindo who gets out to the front. He's going to take along with him Peliard from France and then Chappelle. Those will be your top 3, but Carlos Oquindo definitely looking dominant here early on in today's racing. See how he gets through this third straightaway. So far it's been pretty good for these riders. You see a lot of different lines there this time, but it'll be Carlos Oquindo, Peliard in second. Definitely different runs, but fast way around the track for Carlos Aquino from Colombia, taking that lead and the victory. Hillard in second. Next up, it'll be Moto number 9, Trey White, Naverstad, Romero Marino, Clerte, Verhoeven, Smith, Lopez, and Messner. Trey White will definitely get the crowd riled up here. Let's see what he can do in front of his hometown fans in Manchester. There they go. They just announced his name, so he's ready. Let's see who else is ready here as we get ready for the start of Moto number 9 for the elite men here in Manchester.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready, watch the gate.
So the gate goes down. It looks like Trey White has a strong start, but he's going to have a good battle on his hands. And right there, he gets pinched off just going into turn number 1. It's going to be Romero Marino with that lead. Naverstad in that second place spot. Now Trey White's trying to fight back. A little bit of a case there is going to keep him in the back of the pack while Marino is out in front. Naverstad definitely get him a good run through this third straightaway. We'll see a little case there from Marino. Will that hold him up? No. Right now coming out of the last line, it looks like Romero Marino. Now they're going to have a drag race all the way to the line. Looks like Marino will take the victory. Naverstad will get second, and then Messner will be third. Trey White, with that case down that second straightaway, is held back to fifth, but he'll definitely be one of those riders to look for a strong moto in his second run. But right there was a great ride for Romero Marino. Next up, Heat 10, Anton, Isidore, Ramos, Schmidt, Lavagard, Luckhurst, and Navlak. Those are our 7 riders here in Heat number 10. Have a DNS, unfortunately for Romain Mahieu. Had a bad crash yesterday, broke his collarbone. Wish a speedy recovery for him, and it's unfortunate. Ran into the back of Twan Von Gent in practice. Those two both went down hard, but the race will go on, unfortunately, without them. So we'll get ready here for heat number 10. Let's see how things work out. So again, from the inside, it'll be a great British rider. Isidore is on the inside. Let's see if he can make it happen. Battle with Schmidt going into turn 1, but Isidore will take the lead coming down that second straightaway. Definitely looking good through that second straightaway into turn number 2. So the Oscar Legrand and Schmidt will be your top 3. Isidore had a World Cup he wanted to forget here last year. Right now, he's starting it out perfectly for himself. Out there in the lead, Legrand in second, but Isidore will take that victory, get the monkey off his back of all those crashes he had last year. He comes across the line with the victory. So the way the riders are seated here for these motos goes by the top 16 rankings overall for the World Cup points. Some of the riders that didn't go to the first round will be stuck back, and that's why you'll see Liam Phillips in this race with Tangier, Godet, Juve Moore, Sapakara, Long, and Collin. This is definitely one of the star-studded motos, but you'll see number 65 from Great Britain, last year's overall 2015 UCI BMX Supercross World Cup champion overall, is here in the motos at stop number 2. So we'll see how things go for Liam as he gets loaded up in the gate here for his first race of the 2016 UCI BMX World Cup season. So here we go with our heat race for the Elite Men Moto number 11.
Okay, riders, random start. Rider is ready, watch the gate.
So from the inside, definitely a great start here for Liam Phillips, just what he wants as he gets into turn number 1 with a good lead. There's a big battle behind him. Blanc in second, Sabakara in third. They definitely had some dodging going on, but everyone's trying to dodge being in second place. But right now, Liam Phillips a commanding lead out there on this track, looking smooth, as fast as you'd expect. The 3-in-a-row winner of the overall finals here. You see that big quad jump in that last turn. Liam Phillips will take the win. Renaud Blanc in second, and Godet from France will be third. Fallon in fourth. Definitely the way Liam wants to start off his campaign here in 2016. Next up, Moto number 12 for the elite men will be Palmer, Fantoni, Olivier, Thurkeson, Anderson, Freiswick, Whitfield, and Segers. Riders loaded in the gate, waiting for their chance of the first lap here in Manchester. Let's get ready for these qualifications here. Moto number 12 at the UCI BMX World Cup here in Manchester, Great Britain.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
So it looks from the inside might be Palmer with a good start. Anderson from Denmark's up there right now, but going to turn number 1 will be Palmer. Anderson and Whitfield in those top 3. Definitely a good run there. Not a good angle on the camera, but we'll see Palmer coming down at a turn number 2. Anderson and Ferguson in third. Again, another smooth run for these riders through that third straightaway, and you'll see some riders maybe take some different choices down the last straightaway. But you see right there, Palmer, the fastest way around the track here in heat number 12. So the Palmer, Ferguson, and Anderson will be your top 3. Freiswick will settle in for the 4th place finish. Next up, heat number 13 for the elite men. Clarion, Hughes, Demure, Sanchez, McCrory, Kringers, and Graf. Quinton Clarion, always a consistent rider here on the Supercross Tour, coming back from injury. He's going to get loaded up there in gate number 1. To the inside of him, or to the outside of him, he's going to have Hughes from Australia, a young up-and-comer. So it'll be interesting to see how these two take it down that first straightaway, but we'll get ready here as the elite men get ready for their first lap around the track here in Manchester. So here we go with the start for Moto number 13 in the first run for the elite men.
Riders ready, watch the gate.
Look for the inside to have a lot of power, but also on that outside with David Graff. But right now will be Graff and Clarion meeting up into turn number 1. Graff will have the overall lead, Clarion in second, and then Kringers in that 3rd place spot. Let's see David Graff, stylish, fast. He had to skip out on round number 1 with an injury. Looks like he's coming back strong, and right now looks really good down that 3rd straightaway. Quinton Clarion, a crash right there back in that 3rd place spot. Riders all over the track, but right now the rider across the line first will be David Graff. Behind him will be Quinton Clarion. They're both lucky and happy to make it around that track without any issues. Hughes will come across the line in 3rd. We just saw a lot of explosions down there. As we said, that 3rd straightaway is really, really technical. One small mistake can cost you, and you saw it right there. Things can and will happen. So we'll get ready for Heat 14. Link, Vindelos, Villegas, Sear, Omnot, Tampinka, and Viede. Those are our 6 riders. Kelvin Beatty has DNS as we just get ready to race here. So from the inside, Viede, the Latvian, should have a lot of power, but there's a lot of speed on that gate with Villegas, Vindelos, Link, Sear, Omnot, Topinka. Let's see how things pan out as we get ready for Moto number 14 here in Manchester for the UCI BMX World Cup Tour, stop number 2.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders ready, watch the gate.
So as the gate goes down, it will be Vieta from Latvia with an early lead, but now he's going to have a good battle on his hands with Villegas, and then Vindelas is back there in third for a moment, but right now it'll be Vieta from Latvia with the lead. Villegas in second, Omnot from France, he's going to now be the rider in third. Let's see how these riders get through that third straightaway. Vindelas is in fourth place. Coming around out last time, it'll be Vieta, Villegas. Good battle all the way to the line, but it'll be Vieta with the win. Villegas in second, Omnet in third. Vindelas holds on for that fourth place qualifying position here in their first run in heat number 14. This is the last of the first round of the Elites Men's Moto. Should be get ready to load it in the gate. Here's our start list for heat number 15. Bensik, Elbers, Matsushita, Walk, Walbach, Meyer, and Still. This is the last run of qualification run number 1 for the elite men. You'll see them 2 more times on track. So let's see how things work out. Bensik, Matsushita, Walk, Walbach, Meyer, Stindl, and Gilbert. So here we go with the start for heat number 15, first run for these elite men. So good run from the inside. Looks like it'll be Bensik from the Netherlands who gets himself into the first turn with that whole shot. And Matsushita from Japan, and then Walk from Denmark is going to be in that third place spot. Now good battle up front between Bensik and Matsushita. Definitely a good run there for Bensik. So let's see how he can continue all the way to the line. Matsushita definitely a strong finisher. And going down that last straight, he's trying to make a pull back up, but it looks like it will be Bensik coming across the line with the victory. Matsushita will settle for second, and then Walk will be in for third. So that's the end of qualification run number 1 here for the elite men. We'll make our way over to the starting runs for the elite women. We'll see the other side of the track here in Manchester, but you'll see just as much speed and style as we get through these super quick women here on the Supercross World Cup Tour. So the fans are excited and anticipating some great racing here tonight in Manchester. And so far they've seen just that. As we move on through the program tonight, we'll also get to those Superfinal time trials, but we'll get to see the 8 fastest women overall ranked in the UCI World Cup rankings right now. So basically the women that made that final in Argentina, and then the top 16 elite men. So you'll see the finalists from Argentina as well as some of the other riders. We have a few riders unfortunately could not compete, such as Connor Fields, who had an injury. He crashed out. He's not competing tonight, as well as Jared Garcia, both from the United States of America. USA had a strong run in Argentina. Unfortunately, 2 of their top riders tonight are sidelined with injuries. But we'll get ready to kick things off with the elite women, and what better way to do it than with our current world champion in the elite women's class, Stephanie Hernandez. A crash took her out in Argentina in the time trials. She wasn't able to compete, so tonight she's going to go through these qualification motos, and I can already tell you these motos look pretty stacked for the elite women. So we're going to have some good racing here early on in these qualification runs. So you'll have to cheer on your favorite and hope they make their way through, because I can see these motos right now. They're going to be pretty tough for these women to make it through. And I'm looking through the top 4 motos already, and it's definitely going to be tough. So here we go with Mare Hernandez, Lauren Reynolds, Kristen Deller, Diaz, Green, and McLeod. This could be a semifinal or a main event anywhere else. And tonight at the Manchester stop number 2 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour, this is our qualification moto number 1 for the elite women. So expect to see some really good racing, some aggressive riding, and we'll see who is able to get in those top 4 positions and put themselves in the place they want to be to qualify through tonight to make it into tomorrow's racing and try to make their way all the way to the main event. So it looks like the ladies are loaded up in the gate. You'll see there the rainbow jersey in gate number 2. That's Stephanie Hernandez. She looks ready to go, as well as Reynolds, Delar, Diaz, Green, McLeod, and Marie. Just wait for the gate start commands here in Manchester for the first run for the elite women and stop number 2, the World Cup Tour. Here we go with moto number 1, heat 1 for the elite women.
Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
So you'll see that white uniform with the rainbow stripe. That's Stephanie Hernandez. She's definitely trying to vindicate herself from that crash that she had in Argentina. Right now it's going to be Lauren Reynolds behind her, and then Green in that 3rd place spot. You'll see Stephanie Hernandez out front. Lauren Reynolds definitely giving her a good run, and then it'll be Charlotte Green in 3rd from right here in Great Britain. You'll see that this is the different side of the track for the elite women as they go into that 3rd turn. That's the only part we'll see right now. So going down that 4th straight, definitely technical, and you'll see Stephanie looks to be pretty smooth on the first half, a little bit of a bobble in the second half, but enough to keep her with that lead. So it'll be Hernandez, Reynolds, Green, your top 3 there in moto number 1. So let's get ready for heat number 2, again filled with some of the fastest women. Marilee Van Bentham, Sprengers, Escobar, Michelin, Curtis, Taylor, Zempisi. Those are the 7 riders looking to get ready here for their first run in Manchester indoors for stop number 2 of the UCI BMX World Cup Tour. Marilee Van Bentham had a bad crash in Argentina, wasn't able to compete, so she looks strong and ready to go today. Again, making this a definitely technical aspect for these women. Really tough motos starting the day off in early qualifications, so we'll see things pan out as these ladies load in the gate and get ready for tonight's racing.
Okay, riders, ready to start. Rider is ready. Watch the gate.
So as the gate drops from the inside, it will be Marilee Van Bentham with the early lead just out there, and she's the only woman in this moto to jump over that first jump. Abby Taylor in 2nd, and then Curtis in 3rd, national champion of Australia. They're all going to be chasing Van Bentham around the track. Not anymore. Look at that pass from Abby Taylor, but now Marilee is going to make her charge back, and it looks like she's able to take that lead back after that short, small little bobble there on the 2nd straightaway. Coming in the last turn will be Van Bentham with the lead. Taylor in 2nd, and then Curtis will be in there for 3rd. Definitely a good run there for these women getting across the line. So Van Bentham, Taylor, Curtis, and Sprengers your top 4. Get ready for moto number 3 for the women. Again, another packed race. So it'll be Walsh, Bonarenko, Lecourget, Taylor, Diaz, Valentino, Gomez, and Quinhala. So unfortunately, Walsh from Canada will not be starting this event. I'm not sure what happened with her, but we'll get ready with these other 7 ladies in the gate for their first run here. Definitely a packed class with Lecourget, Taylor, Diaz, Valentino, Gomez, Quinhala, Bonarenko. Again, this could be a semifinal at a World Cup. This is a qualification round. So let's see how things go as the ladies are waiting for the gate command. So Diaz from the middle, Bonarenko from the inside. Let's see who's able to get to turn number 1 first. And Lee Corgay puts a little bit of bump and run, but it looks like Bonarenko. Now it's a mess out there. There's such a good battle in this race, and it's going to be Diaz who comes away with that lead going into turn number 2. Going into the second place spot, looks like Valentino's back there, then Quinhala's in third. But right now, what a good run from the ultra consistent Gabrielle Diaz, as she's going to come around the turn with that lead. A good battle in second space with Quinhala from Brazil, and looks like Valentino is fighting for the third. Can she hold on? Yes, she will. Be a photo finish for just Le Corgay. She wanted to have a selfie at the line, and then Gomez as well. So we'll get across the line, but it'll be Gabrielle Diaz. What a great run for her as she takes the victory here. Next up, it'll be heat number 4. Dodou, George, Tuckshirt, Portier, Rich, Shever, Halakova, and Labanakova. Those are the 8 ladies getting ready for the start here in heat number 4 for the elite women in Manchester. So 7 ladies in the gate at DNS from Ridge Davis from Great Britain. So we'll see how things pan out as we get ready with Danny George, Dodux, Tuckshirt, Portier, Shriver, Halakova, and Lubakova. So as the gate goes down, it looks like Danny George from the United States of America has the fastest run at the bottom of the hill, but it looks like going into turn number 1, she pops out just ahead of Shriver. Nope, she's just behind her, so it's going to be a good battle between these two down that second straightaway. Can we see what happens? Yeah, it looks like Danny George gets a good run into that second straightaway, but she can't shake off Shriver. So as they're going through that third straightaway, do a little bit of different run for the two, but right now it'll be a good battle all the way to the line between Danny George and Shriver from right here in Great Britain, but it looks like Danny George will come out ahead just at the line. So it'll be Danny George, Shriver, and Tuckshirt, your top 3. So get ready for the last of the elite women's motos here. Heat number 5. Seko, Bois, Stansel, Carr, Sarova, Sartin, Stavox, and Hakamayan. Definitely, again, could be a semi-final, quarterfinal at a World Cup. Right now, this is the last Heat 5 of the elite women here in Manchester. Stop number 2. So we'll see how things pan out for these women as they get ready to load in their gate just before the start of their first run here in Manchester. Amanda Carr definitely a standout, as well as Felicia Stansel, Sarova, Stavox. So Priscilla Stavox, definitely one of the fast Brazilian riders looking to make her way into tomorrow's racing. But let's see how things pan out as these 8 ladies are loaded in a gate, just waiting on their gate call here for the last of the elite women's first round of qualification motos from here in Manchester, Great Britain, for the UCI BMX World Cup. So as the gate drops, there's 3 women out with a good start. Wow is one of them, and then Sarova from Russia as well is out there, and then we have Stavox in third and fourth. Good battle, so we'll see how things pan out for these ladies. But right now, it's definitely a great run out front from Bois. Sarova in second, riding smooth, coming back from a crash as well in Argentina. Right now, looking really good, but not as good as Bois. She has that lead. Sartin is from New Zealand. She's also in third place. Good battle all the way to the line, but it looks like it will be a photo finish. So we'll see. It's Bois and Sarova, Sartin, and Halaklema from Japan will be that 4th place result, just getting around Stavox from Brazil. So that wraps up qualification run number 1 for the elite women. We switch things back over to the elite men. We'll go to their second run of motos here in Manchester. So as I've alluded to, there's been some changes on the track here. A few of the changes are the first jump is 1 meter higher and 1 meter longer. So it's definitely changed things up. And then on the women's third straightaway, peaks on the 5th and 6th jump have been raised up, and so you'll notice it being a little bit more technical for these women. And then also on the third straightaway for the elite men, the gap between the second and third peak has been dug out, and it changes the dynamic of that whole straightaway. And then as you can all see, that last straightaway has been completely reworked, and it adds a lot of options through there, and it makes it one of the toughest straightaways on the circuit. So now we're just waiting for the elite men to get back up to the back of the hill as we get ready for their second run here in their qualifications. Get a good overview of the track here. This is an incredible indoor facility in Manchester. This side of the building we have the BMX track. On the other side of the building we have the velodrome. So a great center here, the National Cycling Center in Great Britain, in Manchester. And the fans are excited to see the racing of the evening. So later on this evening, we'll have those time trial superfinals for you. As we said, the top 16 ranked of the overall men in the 2016 season and the top 8 ranked women will be the ones competing in that superfinal time trial just for the victory of the night. You see right there, that's the hot seat that the fastest rider in each will be sitting, hoping to make it all the way through the night. And if they can carry out, they will be the victor tonight of that superfinal time trial. But as we get ready to move on to that program, these riders out here for the qualification runs want to definitely make their way through these races tonight. They have 2 more chances. As we said, the lowest points would be the ones that move on. Unfortunately, 5th through 8th, their night's going to be done. Their World Cup's going to be done. They're going to be sitting up in the stands, which will be packed tomorrow as we get ready for those main event day of racing. Weather. Let's always talk about, we always love to talk about the weather at these Supercross World Cup races. There's no weather here. If you live in Great Britain, it pretty much is always raining and it's always gray outside. But when we're inside, it's sunshine of BMX, and you can see the smiles that BMX puts on faces. Right there, Laura Smolder, always has a smile on her face. She's got a jacket on because it is a little bit chilly, but when we get to that racing, it heats up the whole arena. And we got to open the roof to let the steam out because it's incredible racing. Right now, it's all about these qualification runs. And again, an incredible track here in Manchester for stop number 2 of the BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. Stop number 1 was great. We had a first time winner in those superfinal time trials. That was Tori Nyhog. And then we had a great race between Caroline Buchanan and Mariana Pahone, with Mariana edging out Caroline in those time trials. But when we moved over to the race day, it was the exact opposite in elite women, as Caroline Buchanan was the fastest rider of the day. She took that overall victory. And then in elite men's, what a great run it was there for Corbin Chirac from the United States of America. Hasn't won a race in quite a few years on the World Cup circuit, but he backed it up. Great run to see him taking that win. Second place over Connor Fields from the United States of America. And then that youngster from France, Amadou Mir, again a strong podium contender last year, and he looks to continue his consistency as he was on that 3rd spot of the podium in Argentina. We make our way here to Manchester for stop number 2, right in the middle of these qualification rounds. And then just a few weeks from now, we'll go to Papendal in the Netherlands for one of the greatest races out there. And there's our winner right there, Corbin Chirac from stop number 1. Still getting the media attention from the world audience for BMX racing. Corbin, definitely exciting. He's out here. He's a tactician. He dissects these tracks, and he's out here watching the racing. See what he can learn, if anything more, after his training here. But yeah, we'll move over to Papendal, Netherlands, and that great, huge, fast outdoor track that's been completely revamped. So the hometown advantage is completely, basically out the window, because the Dutch national team was traveling and doing training camps the whole time those changes went down, and then we headed over to Argentina. So they might just had a few days in between to get ready on that track, but will definitely be interesting to see stop number 3 of the World Cup Tour. Just about 3 weeks. when we go back to Papendal, one of the great tracks on the UCI BMX World Cup Tour. So the Manchester National Cycling Center Arena, the BMX portion, this building is 100 meters in length, and as I said, the track was designed, the track was what came in mind first as they designed it, and then everything else was built around it. So the track itself, from the start gate to the top of the first turn, is about 90 meters. The building itself is 100 meters in length. So as you can see, it's a tight building, but it's built just around this track with definitely great potential for all kinds of things. We have 2 starting gates, so there's racing going on here year round, as well as training for the British team, as well as visiting teams from around the world come here and train. They have a lot of great indoor races here as well. And like I said, they make some adjustments on this track, but it's definitely right now producing some great racing that we've seen in these early qualification rounds. We'll see how things pan out as we move on in these races. You'll see these riders get a little bit more aggressive as the night moves on, because they know if they want to make their way through, they need to be in those top 4 each and every time. And even sometimes that, it's not safe. So you're going to be top 3 to pretty much guarantee your way into tomorrow's racing. And then even then, it's going to come down to that 3rd round of motos, because if the riders have ties or the points get close, it's going to be that 3rd moto that decides the tie if those riders can move on. That's why these riders know it's so important to be in those top 16 spots for the elite men. They don't have to race. They're sitting back, as you saw Corbin Sherratt out in the stands just watching, taking in all the race action. And then for the women, those top 8, the ones that have made that main event last race, those ones, but they're not safe too. They need to keep moving on. You have to be top ranked in those numbers throughout the season to not have to be in these qualifying races. But then again, we have riders like Mara Strongbergs, who enjoys to race in these qualifying races just because it gives him time to warm up, get ready to the track, and be ready for main event day, which will be tomorrow here in Manchester. So as we get ready, as we just wait for these riders to load up to the back of the hill, give you a good view of the track overall. As you can see from our starting gate area, you can see that second straightaway, second hill on just the right of the gate there. That's been cleared off. That's one of the areas, and then you can see down that, just through that second, down that start hill, and you can see the second straightaway. There's a huge jump going into turn number 2, and you can just see the beginning of straightaway number 3 for both the elite men and the elite women. Definitely a track that's pretty wild out here. But as you can see, we have almost 200 of the world's fastest BMX racers in attendance for Stop 2, the UCI BMX World Cup Tour. Watching them ride it makes it look super easy. Let me tell you, it is by no means an easy track to navigate yourself around. So I have about 6 minutes before we get ready with the elite men's second run of motos. So if you need to run to get yourself a cool refreshment, go ahead. Or a coffee, tea time, tea and crumpets, fish and chips, whatever you may like. Bangers and mash, blood pudding, sticky pudding, uncooked bacon. That's one of the things I've noticed they love here in Great Britain. Uncooked bacon for breakfast and runny eggs. So if you're a king, if you really appreciate the undercooking element of food, it's a great place to come. Runny eggs, uncooked bacon. But if you try to order a burger, they're overcooked. They have some weird thing here. I'm not quite sure. You can't get a medium rare burger, but you can get a runny egg and uncooked bacon. So if you're a fan of that, come on down. They've got it, and you can wash it down with a delicious pint of bitters. Doesn't sound good to me either, but 2 or 3 in, you don't even know what you're drinking anymore. So the maintenance involved on this track is pretty intense. The other day we came through, they were basically soaping and washing the turns, which, you know, it's pretty dusty inside this indoor arena. They do use soil tack on some parts of the track, but it looks like the track hasn't been soil tacked in quite some time. So it is a little bit dusty here, but as we said, it was pretty interesting to see these guys out here with scrub brushes cleaning these turns. It was right up to the moment, right before we had practice yesterday, and this track is just immaculate. You see some of the festive artwork they've painted on the sides of these turns as well, just to give it some character, and this track definitely has a lot of that. It's definitely one of the most exciting places. This has been the kickoff for the last few seasons of the UCI Supercross World Cup Tour. This year it's stop number 2, but it's just as exciting for us to come here to Manchester to see the stars of BMX Supercross get around the track, race their way into those finals, which we'll see tomorrow. It'll be interesting to see who can make their way through tonight once we commence with starting the next group of motos here for these elite riders. So just a few moments away before the riders make their way. We are on a time schedule. Must have run the race just a little bit quickly, which is great, which means there's no crashes, no delays. So we've got quite a little bit of a break here before we get ready to get live back on track for round number 2, moto number 2, for these elite riders here in Manchester, Great Britain. So today's program is the Tioga Tire Qualification Show. We'd like to thank Tioga for their support and sponsorship, as well as yesterday's Dance Comp live preview show. As well, we've got a bunch of other great sponsors on the World Cup Tour, and make sure you do your best to support these companies that support showing you BMX racing live across the world. So I can see the elite men making their way back onto the gate, so we'll get ready and get that start list up here for run number 2 for these elite men. Omnit, Kadyshev, Hurricane, Derme, Vanderweer, those are your riders looking to make their way through as we get ready to start the second run of motos here for the elite men in Manchester, Great Britain, for stop number 2 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. You can see the riders making their way back up on the hill. Definitely good to get some racing on. So Omnit from France, Kadyshev from Russia, Verhoeven from Belgium, Wonk from Denmark, Van der Weer from Belgium, and Dumouet from France are loaded in the gate, looking to take to the track here in round number 2 for the elite men. So here we go with heat number 1, round number 2 for the elite men. Definitely a good start here for 4 riders. Right now, Omnit from France is going to be the one out in front. Going into turn number 1, he's going to be Verhoeven and Dumouet for top 3. So definitely good racing. You see bar-to-bar action and a little bit of a dive bomb going into turn number 2. But it'll be Kadyshev from Russia who's got that lead now, and he looks to have a commanding run coming into the last turn. It'll be Kadyshev, Verhoeven, and Omnit will be your top 3. Coming across the line, stay the same with Kadyshev from Russia, Van der Weer from Belgium, and Dumouet from France, your top 3. So get ready for moto number 2 here in the second run of motos for you. Will be Palmer, Dupont, Verlaine, Limburg, Elbers, Avril, and Lopez. Palmer from Canada, definitely a great run there in that first round of motos, wants to back it up. Verlaine from Italy also had an impressive run. Dupont, Limburg, they're going to have to make a little bit of power here and definitely get out front if they want to be moving on and having a chance through that third round of motos. So let's see how things pan out as these riders get ready, loaded in the gate for their second heat here in Manchester. You See them just making their way back on the hill. So you see Palmer from Canada, number 66, loading up in gate number 1. DuPont from France in gate 2. And it'll be Furlan from Italy in gate 3. Lindbergh from South Africa. It's been a while since we've seen riders from South Africa on the tour, so it's great to see that. Let's get ready here for heat number 2, second run of motos here for the elite men in Manchester on the UCI BMX World Cup Tour. So from the inside, it looks like it's going to be Palmer and Furlan who are going to be battling all the way to the line. Looks like Palmer will get that whole shot right now. Furlan in second. And coming into turn number 2, be interesting to see Palmer hold on Furlan, and an Elbers from the Netherlands makes his way into that third place spot. It's a new name. And we have that South African rider in fourth, so definitely a good run for him. But the best run on the track right now will be Palmer from Canada, as he's going to take it from the start to the finish with the lead. So it'll be Palmer, Furlan, Elbers, and Avril will be your top 4. So definitely a good run there. Consistency for Palmer. So we'll get ready with heat number 3. Phillips, Andre, Klashenko, Bear, Malfont, Smith, and Fantoni. Definitely a stacked moto here for these elite men, with none other than our current UCI BMX Supercross World Cup overall champion, Liam Phillips, plate number 65. Going to be starting in gate number 1. Next to him will be Sylvain Andre, and then Klashenko from Russia. Those 3 riders definitely fast in their first run, all taking victories. So we'll see how things pan out as we get these riders loaded in the gate. You see right there, the baby blue bike, it'll be number 65, Liam Phillips. So here we go with the start of moto number 3 in our second run of elite men's motos here in Manchester. So from the inside, as we expected to see Liam Phillips, we didn't expect to see him open up that big of a lead straight away, but it'll be Liam Phillips, Sylvain Andre, and Bear in that third place spot. Let's just watch Liam Phillips. He's got this track on lockdown, definitely looking smooth, the fastest way around the track. Will he be able to be the fastest rider of the night? So far, it looks like he will, but he's not going to be in those Superfinal time trials, so for the first time in quite some time, we'll have a new winner in that. But right now, winning in big ways, jumping that huge gap in that last straight would be Liam Phillips, Sylvain Andre, and Klashenko, with Smith in that fourth place spot. Those would be the top 4 finishers here in moto number 3 for the elite men. Next up, moto number 4 will be Oquindo, Naverstad, Chappelle, Riccardi, Link, and Bauschleck. So here we go with the start for moto number 4, second run of motos here for the elite men. So here we go, down that first straight, it'll be Oquindo with the early lead. He's got a good battle on his hands, but Naverstad from Norway. Right now it'll be Oquindo who gets back out into the lead. A little bit of an overjump there. Let's see if he can carry it on. Nope, he gets past going into turn number 2 from Chappelle from France. He's going to have that lead now going into the last turn. Definitely a good battle there between second and third as well. You see Oquindo dive in, and it'll be Naverstad from Norway who's the one with the lead. It'll be Naverstad from Norway, Oquindo from Colombia, and Chappelle from France. Those will be your top 3 finishers, and then Riccardi from Italy will finish up that lap in 4th. Definitely a great run there. Definitely saw some different lines. So we'll get ready with heat number 5 Isidore, Ezekiel, Matsushita, Jove, Racine, Hughes, and Darnayan. Again, you should hear that crowd get pumped up when they have announced Isidore's name. He's on track in gate 1. Let's get ready to drop the gate here for these elite men in Moto number 5, run number 2, here at the UCI BMX World Cup in Manchester. So once again, from Great Britain, it's going to be Isidore with the early lead. Definitely a good start. Unfortunately, there we have a crash going down in turn number 1, but Isidore's just crashing the party out front with a big lead. Going into turn number 2, he's going to have Matsushita from Japan in that second place spot. Definitely a good up-and-coming rider, looking smooth, but no one's looking as fast and smooth as Isidore right now, as he's going to take it from wire to wire, jumping that big gap all the way across the line. So the Isidore, Matsushita, and Schwab will be your top 3 finishers, with Romain Racine from France as well in that 4th place spot, putting him right now looks like on the bubble. So he's going to have a strong run here in that third round of motos. So get ready for heat number 6 here for the elite men. It's going to be a pretty stacked moto once we get that start list up. So we have a rider down on the track right now, so that is a small delay. Which I believe it will be Ezekiel from Brazil. Alright, we'll get ready with heat number 6. It will be Christensen, Asklerud, Clarion, Anderson, Northclaw, and I'm not even going to try that one. Lithuanian. Greg from Lithuania. Get on you, Greg. So we'll get ready here for heat number 6 for the elite men. They're loaded in the gate. Christensen, definitely one of the strongest riders to come out of Denmark, looking to make his presence known. Quentin Clarion had a successful run there in the first run of motos, coming back from injury. Definitely the way he wanted to start things off. He's going to continue that momentum to the rest of the night. Let's see as we get ready to watch his second run here at the World Cup in Manchester. Gate drops down. Clarion's not got the start. That's not the way he wanted to get over the first jump for sure, but the way to get around it is being shown by Christensen and Anderson, the Danish duo out in front, definitely looking fast around this track here. Going into turn number 2, they look like synchronized swimmers, coming around that third straightaway, looking smooth, got the same line down. But right now to be Christensen with the lead, Anderson in second, and then Lithuania, Greg, he's in third, coming across the line. Definitely a good run for the 2 Denmark riders. And then Lithuania at third, Norway in for the 4th place spot. Definitely not what Quentin Clarion wanted to do. A little bit of a jump boost, but he's able to ride off the track. So he's going to have to really have a good race here in that third round of motos, because that is definitely going to give him 9 points right now. So get ready for heat number 7. We have 2 DNSs in this race, so we can see 5 riders on track. So we'll get ready for heat number 7. It'll be Graf, Bernhardt, DeMont, Webster, and Wright. The 2 DNSs are Romain Mahieu, who unfortunately went down yesterday with a broken collarbone, and Kelvin Beatty from Ireland. So these 5 riders are loading into the gate. We'll see if Wright from Canada can have another good run. Webster from Germany, DeMont from Sweden, Bernhardt from Germany, and Graf from Sweden.
Okay, riders, ramp start. Rider is ready, watch the gate.
So David Graf is one of those strong riders, and he's definitely putting it together here in Manchester right now. An early lead. It's going to be DeMont in second and Webster in third, so good run for the team here. Right now, David Graf definitely looking super fast. Got a gap out there. Let's see how he gets through this third straightaway. He's a very technical rider. Loves to carve these turns. Right there, gets through that turn really fast. So it'll be Graf, DeMont, then Webster in that third. Coming across the line, number 3 on his plate, number 1 in the result will be David Graf, DeMont in second, and then Bernhard and Webster will have a photo finish. So unfortunately, right here for David Wright, for Wright from Canada, definitely not the result that he wanted with a 5th place. So we'll get ready for heat number 8. Slots, Dubois, Vanderberg, Marita, Bukake, Stindl, Sakakibara, and Meyer. So we'll get ready for these riders. Their second run on the track as they're loading into the gate. See different approaches to getting pumped, getting ready. See their gate number 1 will be Slots. Definitely getting amped up. 297, Sakakibara, he's going to be one of the last riders in the gate. So whether it's ready to go, we'll see. These riders loading in the gate here for their second run on the track here in Manchester for the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup number 2. Here we go with second run for heat number 8 of these elite men. Let's get ready to see how things pan out as we get ready for the gate call.
Rider is ready, watch the gate.
So the last rider in the gate looked like to be the first one out, but it's going to be Vanderberg who gets the lead over Sakakibara, and then it'll be Dubois in that 3rd place spot. But right now, Vanderberg definitely looking good. Sakakibara in second. Let's see what they can do coming down out of turn number 2 into that 3rd straightaway. Sakakibara on the inside, just off ever so slightly of the pace put up by Vanderberg, and then Dubois in 3rd is trying to make a good charge, but right now across the line it will be Vanderberg from the Netherlands, Sakakibara from Australia, and Dubois from France, your top 3. Get ready for heat number 9 for the elite men. You see our start list. Villegas, Tramanis, Bensic, Duche, Christofoli, Cameron, Schmidt, and Ramos. So again, definitely one of these stacked races. They're close to each other. So here we go with heat number 9, their second run around the track. Villegas had a great run. Tramanis was riding strong, as well as Benzic. So let's see how they can do here in the second run around the track here in Manchester. So it's going to be a good run. You see Tramanis get out there, Villegas get out there. It's going to be a battle all the way into the line. You're also going to have Cameron out there, but right now it'll be Tramanis with that lead. Villegas in second, Cameron in third. Good run here in this run of motos. Tramanis, Villegas, Cameron keeping it even right now. Tramanis has always been one of those strong riders. Villegas coming on the scene the last few years, riding strong. What did he have down that last straightaway? Looks like Edzis Tramanis will come across the line from Latvia with the win. Villegas, Argentina in second. Matthew Cameron from New Zealand in third. And then Benzic from the Netherlands will be in that 4th place position. Definitely a really good race there with some fast riders, and you'll see them one more time for tonight. So get ready for heat number 10. Sear, Kawai, Verduce, Ospana, Durand, Laustin, Marquardt, and Messner. Those are our 8 riders looking to make their way around the track here for their second time. Moto number 10 for the elite men. And For all you David Graf fans, he did not move to Sweden. He is from Switzerland. Sometimes I just can't read very well. So we'll get ready with these riders loaded in the gate. Number 179, Mark Hart from Switzerland as well. So we'll get ready for the command for these riders for heat number 10.
Okay, riders, random start. Riders right, watch the gate.
So definitely a really good start from Mark Hart from, and as well as Laustin from that middle, but right now it'll be Mark Hart from Switzerland, Laustin in that second place spot, and a good battle for second as well. And you also see that rider in there for fourth. So good, definitely top four battle here by Mark Hart. Abona, see how things pan out as these riders are making their way into that last turn. They have to navigate this ultra technical last straightaway. But right now it's Mark Hart with no issues as he comes across the line with the win. Laustin, Durand, and Ospana will be your top four. Verducci just on the outside with that fifth place finish. So get ready for Moto number 11 for the elite men. Bindelos, Shippers, White, McCrory, Posey, Dodd, Balbach, and Thurstleld. So Justin Posey had an issue going into those barricades on the first turn. He's definitely going to have a strong run here. Rode well in Argentina, coming back for a major injury. So let's see how things turn around from him. Malik Bendelos had a strong run there that first run, as well as Shippers, Trey White. So we'll see how things. McCrory from the United States of America has opened up a lot of eyes. So let's see how things go as we get ready here for heat number 11 for these elite men in their second run at the World Cup in Manchester. So you see Justin Posey from the outside definitely wants to make his way, but Trey White's going to be the one with the lead right now. Bindelos in third, but it'll be Posey makes his way up to second. Definitely a good run here for him. Trey White out in front. Let's see how these things pan out for these riders as they go through that second straightaway turn. It'll be White, Posey. Now Thurkison is in that third place spot. Let's see Trey White navigating that last turn. Posey's right there on him. So we'll see how things pan out. A little bit of a showboat there from Trey White, but you can do that when you're out front. Thurkison in second, Shippers in third, and Posey slips back to that fourth place position. Definitely not what he wanted to do right there. So get ready for heat number 12 for the elite men. We Pelluard, Hillard, Godet, Frieswick, Whitfield, Lopez, and Tompinka. Vincent Pelliard, number 120, loading there into gate number 1. Past French national champion. See how things pan out. He had a good run here in his first round of motos. So we'll get ready to see these riders as they are in that gate. Number 20. Tyler Whitfield from the United States of America, one of the up-and-comers. What does he have? Let's see as we get ready to drop the gate here for heat number 12, second run for the elite men. Stop number 2 in the UCI BMX World Cup Tour. So it does look from the inside, it will be Vincent Pelliard with the best start of the 8 riders in gate. Then coming into turn number 1, it'll be Calixio and Godet in second and third, a good battle. But right now it's going to be Vincent Pelliard, a little bit of an overjump. Let's see what happens as he goes into turn number 2. He's able to hold his lead over countryman Godet. It'll be a good battle as they go down that third straightaway into that last turn. Can Godet do a dive on him? I don't think so, but we'll see what happens. Pelliard's got the lead. Godet wants it. They're going to battle all the way to the line, and it looks like it'll be a photo finish with Pelliard and Godet. And then Calixio from Colombia will be third, and then Pillard will finish fourth overall. So we'll get ready for heat number 13. Kalan, Komarov, Tangier, Jaspers, Lookhurst, Sengers, Gerling, and Hecker. And that photo finish did go to Vincent Pelliward in that last run. So heat number 13 for the elite men. Joshua Kalan in gate number 1, number 457. Komarov in gate number 2. See how things go out as these riders are ready to go. So the young Russian rider Komarov definitely has a great start. He's going to take the whole pack into turn number 1 with Jaspers right behind him. And then Joshua Kalan in that third place spot. A little bit of a bobble there might have cost him. We'll see if the Belgian rider can get around him. Yes, he does. Segers gets around him. So right now it will be out in the front. It'll be Komarov from Russia riding incredibly strong tonight with Jaspers from the Netherlands. And then the Belgian of Segers in third. A good battle all the way to the line, but it will be photo finish between Jaspers and Komarov, and Singers in third, Tangier in fourth. A little bit of a bobble there cost Josh Kalan a top 3 finish. He's going to go back to 5th. It's definitely not what he's going to want. He's going to have to battle his way in to those qualification runs. He's got one more run. But let's get ready for heat 14. Blanc, Brethauer, Zula, Jacob, Renegard, Moore, Ramos, and Clerte. Heat 14 for these elite men. We definitely saw some great racing there, and it will be Jaspers who edges out Komarov at the line with that photo finish. So Renault Blanc from Switzerland in gate 1, Louis Brethauer just next to him in gate number 2, and Tommy Zula from the United States of America in gate 3, Jacob from Switzerland as well in gate 4. So let's get ready for the gate call here for these riders' second run around the track. Moto number 14, second run of motos here for the elite men. So Renault Blanc, definitely a great start there from the inside. He's going to take right with him Louis Brethauer. There's a guy's going to go 1-2. Tommy Zula sticks in there, so you have gate 1, 2, and 3. First, second, and third. It's a little bit of a bobble there by Brethauer. Zula wasn't able to capitalize it, but Blanc is all the way out front, definitely running strong. A little bit of a bobble by himself going in that last turn. Could be a good battle. Brethauer is definitely a strong finisher. Definitely makes that big jump, but it's going to be Renault Blanc with the win. Brethauer in second. Tommy Zula sticks in there for the third, and then Francis Lenegard will finish fourth overall. So we'll get ready for heat number 15, the last of the second run here for the elite men. Harmanson, Viede, Turner, Herman, Marino, Svab, and Olivian. Those will be your riders getting ready to start the last of the second run of the elite men's qualification rounds here in Manchester. And then we'll move back over to the elite women for their second run. So let's get ready to see these riders take to the track. So we have Harmson in lane 1. So you see a lot of power in this start. You can see David Herman trying to poke his way out front, and he does so from the middle. Gets around Marino, gets around Harmson, and he's got himself out in the front. Good jumping down that second straightaway as they get into turn number 2. David Herman from the United States of America, past Olympian, has that lead, but he's got Harmson all over his back tire with Viede now in that third place spot. Marino right in for fourth. As they're coming to the line, it will be David Herman with a photo finish with Harmson, then Marino for third, Bodie Turner from Australia in fourth. So that wraps up second run of qualification runs here for the elite men. We'll have the elite women here in just a few moments. We're going back to that last one for the official result. It would be Harmson nips Herman right at the line, and then Marino will be in there for the third place finish. So now we'll get ready for that second run of elite women. They're making their way to the back of the starting gate. 5 motos of elite women. Be interesting to see. Charlotte Green from Great Britain had a good run. She's going to be in this first moto, as well as Abby Taylor, Sarton, Quinhala, and the other Taylor sister. So they're both Taylor sisters. 3 great British riders in this moto. The fans are going to go absolutely bonkers. So the ladies are loaded in the gate here for their second chance on the track here in Manchester. So we'll get ready for their second time around the track here in Manchester. Stop number 2, the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. Let's get ready to watch the elite women take to the track. So from the inside, it'll be Green who's got the lead, takes that jump into turn number 2. Then Sarton from New Zealand in second, and then one of the Abby Taylor will be in third for the moment. So we'll see as a good run there between her and the girl from Brazil. But it'll be Green with that lead, second place. Abby Taylor now makes her way into that second place spot. Then New Zealand, Sharton will be in there for third. So that's how they'll come across the line. Green, Taylor, Sarton. Then the younger Taylor sister comes across the line in fourth. And then Quinhala from Brazil will be fifth. So we'll get ready for the second run here for the second round of motos. Second round of motos for the elite women. Definitely a packed moto with some of the biggest names of BMX you wouldn't expect to see in these early qualification runs. When this elite women's class is a little bit of a jumble after our first stop, and these women all need to compete to make their way through. Here's our start list: Bois, Sorova, Poitier, Halakova, Escobar, and Sprengers. Those will be the women here starting in heat number 2. They make their way up the hill behind the gate. So you see our ladies getting loaded up in the gate, getting ready to attack the track here in Manchester. Great Britain, the UK, all of those places. So here we go with the gate call for moto number 2, second time around for the elite women. So gate drops is going to be on from the inside. Bois from the Netherlands with the early lead. You have Sorova from Russia making her way into second, and then Halakova from the Czech Republic in third. But definitely a great start here for Bois from the Netherlands as she's made her way out front. Sorova in second, and now Natalie Poitier has made her way into that third place spot. We'll see how things finish up. Bois has a good battle in hand now from Sorova, who can make it all the way to the line. It looks like it's going to be a photo finish. And it is Bois, Sorova, Poitier, Halakova, your top 3. So it will be Bois who takes the overall win. Sovarova in second, and then Poitier in third. Get ready for heat number 3. George, Van Betham, Lecourget, Deller, Valentino. This could be a semifinal. 5 women. It's going to be definitely a good race. Danny George had a strong run. Marilyn Van Bentham, always fast. Letitia Lecourget, always one to keep an eye out for. Felicia Stansel, just the who's who of BMX here in an early qualification run for these elite women. So we'll see how things pan out. And you have Madeline Palantino on there as well. So we'll get ready as the ladies get loaded in the gate. for their second turn here in Manchester around this track. We'll just get through Felicia Stansel's jumping jacks before we'll get ready for starting tonight's gate. Calisthenics are important to get ready, warmed up, prepared. These women have it on lockdown. We'll get ready to watch these ladies take to the track. Danny George, Marilyn Van Betham, Deller, Valentino, Lee Corgay, Gomez, and Stansel already loaded up. Let's get ready for heat number 3 for the elite women here in Manchester. From the inside, looks like Danny George gets another great start. She's got a good pack of women behind her right now. Danny George takes the lead in there. Letitia Lecourgay in second. Kirsten Deller in that third place spot. Fourth through 6 is all right, bar to bar. Right now, out in front, setting the bar for the rest of these girls is going to be Danny George from the United States of America. Definitely looking strong here in Manchester. Great run, Letitia Lecourgay in second. You're going to have Kirsten Deller in that third place spot. But it's all about number 33 taking the victory here. Second round of motos is going to be Danny George from the US of A, Letitia Lecourgay in second, Deller in third, Van Bentham fourth. Uncharacteristically, Felicia Stansel will have to settle for the fifth. Next up, heat number 4 for the elite women. Hernandez, Dudos, Bondarenko, Shriver, Carr, Seco, Marie, and Hakamaya. Stephanie Hernandez had that horrendous crash in Argentina. Took herself out of the race. Knocked herself out in those Superfinal time trials. Now she's back in these qualification runs. First run of moto, she took the victory. She's now in lane 1. We'll see how things pan out for her. She's got 7 other fast ladies with her. We'll see how those all it works out as we get ready to drop the gate here for heat number 4. Second run for these elite women. So good start here. It looks like it'll be Hernandez who gets an early lead. She's going to get herself into turn number 1. She's going to have a little bit of a battle coming on from Bondarenko. But right now Stephanie Hernandez is out front. Amanda Carr sits back in third. Stephanie Hernandez definitely picturesque around this track. White uniform, world champion jersey. Fastest one around the track. That's usually go hand in hand, and right now she's doing that ever so much. With the lead into that third and final turn, it'll be Stephanie Hernandez from Venezuela, our current UCI BMX World Cup world champion. Out front, Bondarenko from Russia, Amanda Card for third, and Shriver in there from Great Britain in that fourth place spot. So Stephanie Hernandez is definitely looking like her old self here. So we'll get ready for the last run of the elite women's qualifying races. Again, another stacked one. Reynolds, Diaz, Tucksher, Curtis, Labakova, Diaz, Stebox, and McLeod. So ladies loading into that gate. Definitely Lauren Reynolds had a great run. Diaz as well. Tucksher from Canada has been quite impressive. Curtis from Australia. McLeod from Australia. Let's see how things pan out as we get ready to drop the gate here for heat number 5. Second run around the track for these elite ladies. So from the inside, Gabrielle Diaz and Lauren Reynolds look really strong. Who's going to edge each other out? Looks like Gabrielle Diaz will edge everyone out into turn number 1. McLeod in second. Now with Lauren Reynolds just there, so they're fighting for second and third. You have Tucksher from Canada in fourth, but it'll be Diaz out front. Reynolds now in second. McLeod is going to have a battle on her hands as Van Betham and Tucksher. They're all right there. Crashed down that third straightaway, unfortunately, but it'll be Diaz, Reynolds, and McLeod. Top 3, good battle for that fourth place spot, but the victory goes to Diaz, Reynolds in second, McLeod in third, Savox in fourth, and Tuxer will settle for the fifth. Gabrielle Diaz has been on the circuit for so long, and she's such a successful rider. It's so great to see that. So now we'll make our way to these Elites men's last qualification round. This is going to be the deciding factor on who's going to move on into the program for tomorrow. Tally up those points after this last run, and we'll see how things go. But we have 15 races of Elite men's qualifications to go first before we'll be able to tell you who's moving on to the program. Definitely going to see some impressive and aggressive riding going on here in this third run of motos. We'll be on a slight hold here for these Elite men as we get ready. So you get that perspective from the starting gate. You see the crowd packed in here, getting ready to watch been watching incredible racing. But as we move on after this round of motos, we will have those super final time trials. But you just never know how aggressive these tracks are until you get on that top of that hill and look down the 8-meter tall starting ramp. Pretty scary when you get up there, and then all you see is that lip of that first jump. You can't see where you're about to land on that jump until you're right there in the air. So it's definitely a skill acquired by the fastest BMX racers in the world, and we've got almost 200 of them here this weekend for the second stop of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. Manchester, Great Britain, always a great host for this event. These riders are looking forward to getting on track for their third run of motos, and then those top racers in the top 16 in Elite men, top 8 in Elite women, they're looking forward to getting on track tonight for their super final time trial, which we will have live for you. We'll see who is the fastest rider in the world around this track tonight. We'll have that on, and it'll be a new one for the Elite men, because I believe it's been Connor Fields and Liam Phillips, the only ones to have won those super final time trials here in the past. Neither of those riders are here tonight, so we'll see how things go when those riders get on track. So our riders we will see later on tonight for those super finals will be Rankule, Evans, Van Gorkum, Jones, Kidman, Molina, Daudet, Upshaw, Ramirez, Campo, Long, Nyhog, Torres, Mir, and Shara. Those will be the top 16 Elite men. And then when it comes to the top 8 Elite women, it'll be Elke Van Hoof, Elise Post, Brooke Crane, Axel Atene, Simone Christensen, Laura Smolders, Mariana Pahon, and Caroline Buchanan. Those will be the 8 ladies that will go in tonight's super final time trial. We will have that for you live here once we get through this next run of motos for the Elite men and the Elite ladies, and then we will have a break so these riders can get some time, a 30-minute break, so the riders can get time on track, warm up before they get their one run, single rider on the track at a time for their super final time trial. So the riders getting ready to get up on that hill for that third round of motos. And again, just an incredible facility here in Manchester for stop number 2 of the BMX Supercross World Cup Tour on the UCI circuit. Make sure you are up to date with all that's going on in between these races. You follow UCI BMX Supercross on Facebook, UCI_BMX_SX on Twitter, Instagram, UCI BMX SX, and make sure you're a member of the YouTube channel tv.uci.ch, as well as bmxlive.tv's Instagram, YouTube channel, and Facebook. You can keep up to date what's going on with these racing beforehand. Enter contests. A lot of these companies do Instagram direct contests for you. Definitely a good way to get communication, and as well as see some of the great images brought to you by the UCI, still images of your favorite riders throughout the events as well as during each event. So we've just got a few more minutes here before the elite men make their way to the track. So if you need to go do something, do it now. We've got a few minutes and then we'll get back to the racing action. So while we're all sitting back here waiting to see what's going on, you can see right there anticipation on the face of Mariana Pajon. She definitely wants to get ready for tonight's Superfinal time trials. She took second in Argentina, or actually she won the Superfinal time trials overall in Argentina, second in the race, and tonight she's just studying the track, seeing what's going on as she wants to take victory here out on the track. And we've got some of these riders you can see right there. To the left of her, that's going to be Corbin Sherratt under hood, getting ready. Now talking to the USA doctor, getting some last minute physio tips. So we've just got a minute or so before the riders make their way back up onto the hill, and you can see everyone's Instagramming and Facebooking and YouTubing and all those things, Snapchatting, and Laura Smulders is trying to figure out what to do with her hair because it's always in a crazy situation. So as we get ready, we're just about 30 seconds away from the riders making their way up to the gate. We'll start with qualification run number 3. The heartbreak round for some of these riders. First gate off right away is going to be one of these packed races with Vandenberg, Tremanis, Villegas, Marquardt, Viede, Bindelas, and Lopez. Definitely going to be a battle for those riders looking to make their way through tonight's motos. Going to have to be in that top 3 definitely to make it through, and we have some tight points going on, so we'll give you those overall results as well for these riders who are looking to make their way through. So we've got 15 more motos on the elite men's side of things before we're able to get you who's what's up. But here's that start list for heat number 1 in that third run. Vandenberg, Tremanis, Villegas, Marquardt, Viede, Bindelas, and Lopez. So the riders are in gate. We're getting ready to kick off the third qualification run for the elite men here in Manchester. Stop number 2 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. Let's kick it off to see who will move on till tomorrow's qualification racing towards that main event. Right now it's the third run for these riders. Let's get ready with Vandenberg, Tremanis, Villegas, Marquardt, Viede, Bindelas, and Lopez as they wait for the gate call. So the gate drops in from the inside. It's going to be Vandenberg from the Netherlands with a good run. On the outside, it looks like it's going to be Viede from Latvia. And then Villegas right now is in that third place spot trying to make up some ground. But they're all going to be chasing Vandenberg around the track going into turn number 2. Viede in second. Villegas looks like to try to pull up. Another Latvian in that fourth place. That's going to be Tremanis. He's going to make a move on Villegas going into turn number 3. But no one's making a move on Vandenberg as he takes the victory, comes across the line. He's going to move on the program. Viede, Tremanis, and then Villegas will have to settle for 4th. Marquardt and then Bindelas will be back in 6th. So that was definitely worth the wait to see those riders as well as these two as we get into heat number 2. Harmanson, Isidore, Narvestad, Komarov, Sengers, Ospana, and Luckhurst. Those will be the riders making up heat number 2, their third trip around the Manchester, Great Britain track here for stop number 2 of the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. Those riders are loaded in the gate. Let's get ready to drop it again and see who can be the victor here for Moto number 2. Isidore's had a great run here. He's going to be starting for lane number 2. What can he pull off? Let's see. Harmanson's been strong as well. Let's get ready to gate drop and the command. So this will be the first time Isidore's not out front, but Harmanson will be his third time out in the lead, so he goes out to the lead. Narvestad in second, Komarov from Russia is in third. Isidore now makes his way into that third. Oh, the Russian just definitely goes off track. It's not what you want to see. Harmanson, Narvestad, Isidore, top 3. It looks like that 4th place spot will be Sengers from Belgium. Harmanson from the Netherlands out front, definitely making it look smooth and stylish. He's going to take the victory here in his second run. Narvestad from Norway in second. Isidore will settle for 3rd, and then Sengers from Belgium will be 4th. Definitely not the line anyone wanted to take. Komarov took it, and unfortunately for him, that might be the end of his weekend of racing. 2 solid runs heading into there, but I don't know if it'll be enough with the 8th place result to have all those points. So we'll get ready for heat number 3. Klashenko, Damont, Tangier, Bernhardt, Ezekiel, Dodd, and Verhoeven. Those will be the riders getting ready to start their third run here in Manchester. Klashenko from Russia, definitely another one of those strong riders to keep an eye out for. Coming through the ranks, he's definitely been really well. And you can see these riders, their gate picks are decided by their last result. So when they start on the inside, you know they've done good. And you definitely have to see, if you see some riders make some moves from the outside you know they definitely need those low points. So we'll see how things plan out as Klashenko from 1, Demont in number 2, and Tangier in lane 3. They're getting ready to start their third moto here in Manchester. So it looked like it'll be a good start from Klashenko. Definitely a good run here from the Brazilian of Ezekiel. He's going to be stuck back in second right now with Klashenko out front. Dumont now makes his way into second, and a good battle there for that third and fourth place spot. So we'll see how things pan out as they come out of that turn. It looks like Bernhardt from Germany has it right now, but Ezekiel's trying to make his way through it. Good battle all the way to the third last turn, and you'll see Bernhardt from Germany stuffs Ezekiel in the turn, but no one's going to stuff Komarov, and he takes the lead. Klashenko takes the lead over Dumont, 1 and 2 in that line, and then Bernhardt will be third. The Belgian of Verhoeven will finish in fourth. It's definitely a good run there. You saw a lot of bar-to-bar action. So heat number 4 will be Palmer, Posey, Walk, Christofoli, Greenling, and Topinka. Posey definitely needs a good run here. He had that crash in the first run. I think he was in third, fourth in the second run. He's going to need to basically win this race if he wants to make his way through. So we'll see. Palmer from Canada has been riding strong all night, but Justin Posey's a pure powerhouse, and he's getting ready to make his way around the track. Let's see what he can do here as they get ready for heat number 4, third run for these elite men in Manchester. So as the gate drops, Justin Posey puts the power down on the pedals. Right now he's got the lead. Palmer's going to sit back in that third place spot. We have Christofoli from Italy currently in second, but Justin Posey from the United States of America definitely needs this win. Palmer a little bit of an overjump. He's going to still get on the inside of Christofoli from Italy, but no one can outdo Posey. Let's see what he can do down this third straightaway. A little bit of a bobble, but he's still able to be out front. Palmer's in second, Christofoli in third. That's going to be Justin Posey to the line with the win. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Palmer right there on his tail at the line, and then Christofoli in third, and Walk from Denmark will be fourth. So we'll get ready for heat number 5 for the elite men. Liam Phillips, Christensen, Zula, Riccardi, and Ramos. Those will be the riders starting. See Liam Phillips right there in the blue grass helmet, getting ready to load into gate number 1. Number 65 from right here in Great Britain, just down the street in Manchester. We were able to spend the day with him on Thursday at his house for an upcoming interview you will see on the UCI highlight show. So let's get ready to see Liam Phillips as he's loaded in to gate number 1 for his third run here in the qualification races tonight. So as the gate drops, it's a strong start once again for Liam Phillips. This time he's going to have a good small group of riders, but Christensen right there in second and Riccardi in third. Right now Liam Phillips commanding this track in Manchester. So as he goes through this third straightaway, just watch the perfected line that he has down. Now coming in that last turn, he gets a big boost going up to the line. Right here, he quads it all the way to the line. And Liam Phillips with the win. Then it'll be Christensen and Riccardi. So 29.54 was the time for Liam Phillips. Fast time. Let's see if anyone's able to beat that as we get through the rest of the racing for tonight, and then we move into those Superfinal time trials. So here we go with heat number 6. Herman, Frieswick, Hughes, Averill, Louston, and Meyer. Those are the riders getting ready to start heat number 6, their third time around. David Herman's been pretty perfect tonight. Louston and Frieswick have been riding strong as well. Let's see how they can finish the night off as we are on their third lap around the track here for this World Cup in Manchester. So from the inside, it looks like David Herman truly is a rock star as he's got the whole shot going into turn number 1, looking stylish. Frieswick's going to try to get into that second place spot. He's going to have a good battle on his hands with Laustin, but right now it'll be David Herman, Frieswick, and Laustin, your top 3. Going in that third straightaway, definitely a good follow the leader run here. But right there, Frieswick tries to make a dive bomb on Herman. They're going to battle it all the way to the line. Looks like Herman's going to edge him out. Both of them bobble down that last straightaway, but it'll be Herman get the victory. Frieswick in second, Laustin in third, then Hughes will finish up fourth overall. So we'll get ready for heat number 7 for the elite men. Anderson, Dubois, Verlaine, Lenegard, Elmers, Limburg, and Clarion. Quentin Clarion's going to need a strong run here. That crash in that second round's definitely got him behind in the points. So we'll see if he's able to pull it out. Andresen from Denmark's been riding strong. Dubois from France, Verlaine from Italy, so it's definitely going to be a big battle here from Quentin Clarion, but he's one of the strongest riders on the tour. Let's see how things pan out as he gets ready to start heat number 7 here in Manchester. So you see Quentin Clarion have a good start, but he's stuck on that outside. Will he be able to make it all the way around? No, he's going to be stuck on the outside still, but he's in that second place spot. Definitely a good place, but he's going to have to get out front. I believe he's going to need those points. Right now it's going to be Andresen, who's got the lead over Clarion, but Clarion's a tactician in these rhythm sections, but right now it looks like he's not gaining any speed. Oh, crash right there. Anderson just gave it away. Clarion definitely needed that, and that's what it's going to take, but he rides around the track. He's able to get across the line. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but that's the best he could do. So it'll be Clarion, Verlaine, Dubois, and Elvers are your top 4 here in that crazy moto. So we'll get ready for heat number 8. Pelliward, Shippers, Jove, Bear, Croix, Messenger, and Greg from Lithuania. Vincent Pelliward also coming back from injury. He's been riding strong so far. Let's see how things pan out. Shippers, the youngster, also missing most of the season last year due to a crash. These riders are now loaded in gate 1 and 2. They've had a great night going so far. They want to keep that consistency moving on throughout the night. And let's see how things pan out for these riders as we get ready to drop the gate here for their 3rd time around the gate. Heat number 8 for the elite men. So from the inside, it does look like it's going to be Vincent Pelliward. He's going to have a good battle, though, on his hands with Bear, but Vincent Pelliward will take that lead. Shippers has got himself in that 3rd place spot, but it's going to be a good battle all the way to the line. Vincent Pelliward looking smooth and stylish down that 2nd straightaway, now taking it into the 3rd. Barr in 2nd. Shippers is still in that 3rd place spot. Definitely strong results for these 3 riders, and I definitely think they will be moving on the program, but Vincent Pelliward looks great all the way to the line here. Pelliward, Shippers gets around Bear just at the line, and then Jouvet from France will be in your 4th place finisher. So next up, heat number 9. Thurkseslin, Webster, Brujaki, Vanderweer, Fantoni, DuPont, and Slots. Thorkelson in gate number 1, Webster in gate 2. Definitely strong runs for both of these riders tonight. We'll see how things pan out with this. Get ready for their 3rd run here in Manchester. Heat number 9 for the elite men. So the power is going to come from Webster from Germany, definitely getting a great start. Thurkelsson's still up there in second. Fantoni from Italy now pops his way into that third or fourth place spot. So we'll see, but definitely a great start here from Webster. Thurkelsson from Denmark in second. Fantoni in third. Good runs for each of these riders, and we have the Belgian rider of Van der Weer in that fourth place spot, but all the way to the line it will be Webster all the way to the line for a photo finish with Thurkelsson, and then Van der Weer for third, Fantoni fourth, and Slots in fifth. So the photo finish will go to Webster, edges out Thurkelsson, and then Van der Weer will be there for third. Next up, heat number 10. Sakabara, Matsushita, Kalan, Dumwe, Sear, Omnet, and Hecker. Those are your riders in heat number 10, their final time around the track tonight. Who will be able to move on? Matsushita and Sakakabara both have had good runs tonight. Joshua Collin could be on the bubble. We'll see how things pan out for these riders. The rest of Moto number 10 as they get ready to load into the gate for their third trip around the track here at stop number 2 of the 5 World Cup Stop Tour, the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. Riders loaded into that gate, getting ready. The youngster Saki Kabara, definitely one of those guys to look out for. He's been really fast. Matsushita, always one of the impressive riders from Japan. These guys in the gate. Let's see how things pan out. And then Joshua Kalan, he's another one of those fixtures on the Supercross Tour. Let's see how they get ready for their last run here tonight. Heat number 10. So we've got the riders loaded, ready to go. So the power does come from the inside. Sakakabara, he's going to bring Joshua Callan, so it's going to be Aussie 1-2, and then Matsushita from Japan, so it's an oceanic group up front as these riders ride around the track. Definitely look at that style from Sakakabara. Joshua Callan, definitely one of those great riders, and Matsushita gets to pay great attention to both those guys just in front of him. Sakakabara, young rider, making it look super fast on that last straightaway. He's going to take the victory. Joshua Callan in second, Matsushita in third, and Dueme from France will be our fourth and final rider in the top 4 here for their last run in Manchester. So just a few motos left, and this one's a great one. Heat number 11, Blanc, Malafant, Andre, Alskerd, Duchette, Svub, and Balschbach. They are riders for heat number 11 for the elite men here in Manchester. Renaud Blanc, Sylvain Andre, been riding strong all day. Malfont from Canada, also quite impressive, so we'll see who can come out of this round of motos and make their way into tomorrow's racing. Just a few minutes before we see which one of these riders will be moving on. Here we go with the gate call for heat number 11. So Sylvain Andre gets a really good start. He's going to have a battle on his hands all the way down the line with Renaud Blanc, but Sylvain Andre will come out with that lead. One of those great riders, great personalities on the UCI BMX World Cup Tour, but Sylvain Andre, Renaud Blanc, Svab, those are your top 3 riders. When you have the Canadian in 4th, definitely another good run from Malfont. So we'll say Sylvain Andre, style for no miles right there. And then Renaud Blanc in 2nd, Svab in 3rd, and unfortunately Oscar Rillard from Norway will make his way into 4th. So Sylvain Andre with the Dork Air, he's going to take the victory. And now we're going to move on to Moto number 12 for the elite men. It'll be Chappelle, Turner, Jaspers, Jacob, Racine, and more. Those will be the riders for heat number 12 here. Their third run around the track in Manchester for the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. Stop number 2. And here we go with their third run around the track. Let's see how things pan out. Bodie Turner took a definitely hard hit this week during training. He's back up. Let's see if he can make it through. He's had a solid day so far. Here we go with the gate drop. So it is a good start from Bodie, but he's got Jaspers right on his outside. Jaspers will grab the whole shot going into turn number 1. Turner will be in second. Chappelle from France in third. And it's a good battle there for third and fourth. We'll see how things pan out between Chappelle and Racine. But right now it's going to be Jaspers, Turner, and Chappelle. Those are your top 3. Racine backs off ever so slightly, and they will be chasing Jaspers all the way around the track. Can Bodie Turner pull it off down that last straightaway? He seems to have it wired. Coming across the line, it will be a photo finish between Jaspers and Turner. So we'll see as the photo finish comes out. It will be Jaspers with the win, Turner in second, Chappelle in third, Racine in fourth, Jacob in fifth, Moore in sixth. And that's the way that moto finishes. So we'll get ready for heat number 13. Calixtio, Kadyshev, Godet, Bensink, Wright, Verducci, Crespo, and Clerte. Those are our riders for heat number 13. Start on that inside. You will see Calixto, and then Kadyshev in lane 2, Godet in lane 3, Bensink in lane number 4. So Godet from France has a good start, but he's going to be behind Calixtio. Calixtio gets out in front, definitely a spot that he's not been yet, but he's riding super strong, and there's going to be a good battle for that second spot. So Godet, now Kadyshev has been pushed back to fourth, as Link is just moved to right outside him. Bensink has moved outside of him, so it'll be Calixtio, Godet, and Bensink your top 3. Kadyshev trying to make his way around. A bobble there is definitely going to cost him. Across the line, it'll be a photo finish before Calixtio, Godet, Bensink in third, and Kadyshev will set up for the fourth. So the finish there, the photo finish goes to Calixtio. He'll be our winner, and Godet in second. Heat number 14, Smith, Pillard, Dermond, Whitfield, Ramos, Nerfcarl, and Still. So lane number 1 will be Smith from the United States, Pillard from France, Jerome from France, and Ramos from Spain. So here we go, the third run for these elite men. Heat number 14. Second to last of the run for the elite men overall for tonight. Tyler Whitfield looked to have a good start. He was out there for a moment, but on the inside it's going to be Pillard from France. Whitfield will settle back in second. He's going to have a good battle on his hands. A little bit of a bobble there. It's definitely going to cost him. But it will be Pillard, Durand, and Ramos will be the top 3. Whitfield sits back in fourth at the moment. See if he can make anything happen. And Smith in that 5th place spot. But it'll be Pillard, Durand, Alcorove will be the top 3. So coming across the line, it'll be France is Pillard, France is Durand, Spain, Ramos, and then Tyler Whitfield will settle for the 4th. So just one moto left here for the elite men. They're making their way to the back of the hill. David Graff, Trey White, Louis Brethauer, Ramiro Marino, Matthew Cameron, Carlos Oquindo, Schmidt, and Murta. Those will be the 8 riders making up heat number 15 for these elite men. David Graf from Switzerland in lane 1. It's going to be right there next to Trey White from here in Great Britain, so it should be a good battle. Both of those riders have been strong all night, so we'll see how things pan out. So here we go with the last run for the elite men of the qualification motos. Let's see how things pan out for these riders. David Graf in lane 1, Trey White in lane 2. Here we go with the gate drop. So again, you see a lot of power from David Graf. See a lot of power from David Graf as he's out in front. Right now it's going to be David Graf, Romero Marino, Carlos Aquindo, your top 3. Louis Breathauer is brought into that 4th place spot, but a good run. Graf, Marino, Aquindo will be those riders coming across the line. David Graf, a successful night with victories in each one of his runs. Comes across the line. Romero Marino will be 2nd. Carlos Aquindo 3rd. Louis Breathauer will get in there for the 4th. So that wraps it up for the elite men in the qualification runs for tonight. I'll give you and we'll get ready for our next run, which will be the elite women's 3rd round. 5 more motos before they have their last chance on the track for tonight. And we're just a few minutes away before the elite women make their way back onto the track. So you can see right here in the coaches section, should be basically the whole track because everybody in BMX is a coach these days, but these are the National Federation coaches. They're the ones helping these riders get through the racing action of the night. See the fans on the edges of their seats getting ready to watch this 3rd round of qualification motos for the elite women. There's a super fan in the stands wearing one of the racers' jerseys. Just getting amped. Can't wait to get on track one day, eventually. Or he might have just raced and I don't know who it is. So. But either way, looks like his night is over. And the same girl, again, she's a super fan of BMX. This cameraman has a thing for this girl, I believe. These 2 girls. I think they're trying to get their Snapchat names. So you see the fans anticipating the elite women's 3rd run of motos. You see the fans just pumped from BMX racing here in the Manchester BMX. Great facility. The National Cycling Center, as I said before, just on the other side of this BMX track is a velodrome. A lot of power, a lot of victories, a lot of gold medals have come through this building. It's just a great history for British cycling and BMX on the World Cup Tour, and we're excited to have a stop here each and every year. Corbin Shara, he's paying attention what's been going on. Victor took the championship of stop number 1 of that UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. He's under wraps here in camouflage, trying to hide from his competition. He just wants to see them tomorrow. He doesn't want to see anybody. He wants them all to be behind him. Can he make it 2 in a row? We will see. But he's going to have to go up against Liam Phillips, who's been on fire here for the last 3 years with victories in each and every stop on the World Cup Tour in that main event. So we'll see how things pan out, as right now we're waiting for these elite women before they get on track for their third run of motos. Alright, I see the elite women making their way to the back of the gate, and there's the start list. Stephanie Hernandez, Bonarenko, Tuckshirt, Deller, Taylor, Stuvall, and Quinn Halla. Those are the women on the gate, getting ready for their third run here in Manchester. But the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup, we're at round number 2, in case I didn't say it yet. And these riders are looking to make their way into tomorrow's racing program. Right now, Stephanie Hernandez has been perfect on the night. Bonarenko's been strong. Tuckshirt has been very impressive. And we'll see how these ladies finish up tonight's racing as we get ready for the third round of Elite Women's Motos here in Manchester, Great Britain, at the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup. So as the gate drops, it's the same as it was the other two motos for Stephanie Hernandez. She's out like a blazing bullet from a rifle. Look at her going around that track. Stuvall from Brazil is going to battle it out with Bonarenko for second and third, but no one's going to keep up with the fast, impressive speed of Stephanie Hernandez, our current world champion on the UCI BMX Elite Women's class. She had a crash in Argentina. She's now running the motos, and she's run each and every one of them out front with the victory. She comes across the line. Stephanie Hernandez, the fastest lap here. Bonarenko in second, Stuvall in third, and Taylor for that fourth place position. So what a great run here to come back from that crash. So it's good to see. Heat number 2, Diaz, Reynolds, Van Bentham, Dudokes, Diaz, and Secco. So the Diaz sisters, once again, competing against each other. We'll see how it goes for them as we get ready, as they make their way into the gate. Lauren Reynolds from Australia, number 21. Gabrielle Diaz, number 446. Meryl Van Bentham, number 75. Marie Dudok from France, number 28. Seiko from Japan, and Diaz, number 2, from Argentina. So here we go with the second round of motos here. Third run for these elite women. This is the last chance for them to make their way in. You're going to have to see some big riding from Diaz and Seiko if they can make their way through the program, especially when you have to go against Gabrielle Diaz, Lauren Reynolds, Marilyn Van Bentham. It's going to be a tough task, but let's get ready as the gate call is on its way. So as the gate drops, it's going to be Diaz and Van Bentham battling it out down that first straightaway. Lauren Reynolds stuck in the back of the pack for the moment, but Diaz, Dodu, Seiko, you're going to have Van Bentham now in that second place spot. Lauren Reynolds makes her way up to third, so it'll be Diaz, Van Bentham, and Reynolds. Let's see if there's any change around this track. Gabrielle Diaz has it on lockdown, out in front from Argentina. She's going to take the victory here. Verily Van Bentham is going to come across the line in second. Definitely a great result for her. She had a bad crash in Argentina. Then Lauren Reynolds will come in third, and Dudok from France will be fourth. So next up, heat number 3, Danny George, Escobar, Hakayamara, Sarton, and Sprengers. Those are our women getting ready for heat number 3. Number 33, Danny George from the United States of America, looking to continue on with her fast-paced racing of the day. Let's see if she can do it. She won that last moto by quite a margin. She looks solid and strong. And here we go with her third and last lap around the track for tonight, trying to qualify into tomorrow's race action here in Manchester for the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour.
Okay, riders, lineup start. Rider in the sprint, watch the gate.
So as the gate drops, Danny George once again gets that whole shot, looks smooth and stylish, and she jumps that big second jump for these elite women into turn number 2. Sarton from New Zealand's in second, Sarton in third, the Springer's in third, so we'll see how things, but Danny George is running away with it right now. Sarton moved into second, Springer's is in third, so we'll see, but Danny George has made this a walk in the park. Look at that lead that she has coming around that track. A super fast lap for Danny George coming around to the finish line. She's going to roll her way into tomorrow's race action. So it'll be Danny George with the win, Sarton from New Zealand in second, Springers from New Zealand in third. Jamie Staff crashes Danny George at the finish line. So we'll see how things work out, because I don't know, Jamie must be mad for some reason. But Danny George, the only fault she had all day long was trying to give her coach a high five at the finish line. But it'll be Danny George with the win, Sarton with second, and Springers in third. So we'll move on to heat number 4 for the elite women. Bois, Lecourget, Sorova, Carr, Halakova, Shriver, Curtis, and McLeod. 8 ladies on track. Interesting to see this race. Bois has been fast. You have Lecourget and Sorova, who've been riding strong. Amanda Carr's up there as well. McLeod, Halakova, Shriver, Curtis. It's anyone's guess. So let's get ready. These ladies are on track for their third and final time for the night. Unfortunately for a few, it'll be the last time around the track this weekend. But we'll see who can qualify through to tomorrow's racing program.
Watch the gate.
So great start on the inside, and look at that. It's like 4 ladies across, but Sorova from Russia is not afraid. She gets out in front. She's going to have Shriver and Bois behind her, but Sorova, definitely a strong and brave woman. Had that crash in Argentina, came back and raced her quarterfinal, made it through, and right now she's making it through to tomorrow's program with a great run there, not backing down going into turn 1. So Sorova, Bois, and Shriver will be your top 3, and that 4th place spot looks to be Curtis from Australia. So coming across the line will be Sorova, Bois, Shriver, Curtis, Halakova, Lecourget, McLeod, and Carr will round out the pack. So Natalia Sorova, definitely excited about that lap. I would be excited too. Didn't back down going into turn number 1. She comes away with the victor here in the 3rd moto for herself. So we're on to the last run of the elite women's qualification round. Green, Poitier, Valentino, Marie, Stancil, Gomez, and Taylor. So these ladies get loaded in the gate, get ready to run. We'll see who can make their way through. This is the last of the elite women's qualification runs. Looks like there's some big name riders that need to get some low points. So we'll see how things pan out. Stancil, Valentino come to mind. Looks like they're really going to need to be on the front of the pack if they want to move on to racing tomorrow. But we'll see how things pan out as the elite women are loaded in the gate for their 3rd and final time tonight here in Manchester for the UCI BMX Supercross World Cup Tour. Elite women, heat number 5.
Watch the gate.
So the gate goes down. Madeline Portier has a good start going. She's on that first jump. No one wants to jump it. Felicia Stancil crashes over turn number 1. That's definitely not what she wants to do. Valentino's now moved back into that 3rd place spot, and in 2nd, it looks like it's going to be Green. So Portier, Green, and Valentino, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to have in that 4th place spot, I believe that's going to be so Portier, Green, Valentino, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right at the line, Magali Portier goes down. Definitely not what she wants. So Green, Valentino, Gomez, And then Portier will be your 4th place finisher. A crazy moto there for the elite women, all over the place, and unfortunately for some, that's going to be the end of their night. Coming across the line, it'll be the other Taylor in 5th and Felicia Stansel 6th place overall here in this last moto. So that wraps it up for the qualifications here in Manchester. We will have those official results and see who move on, and here we go. David Graff was your number 1 qualifier over Liam Phillips. David Vanderberg in 3rd, George Harmson 4th, Vincent Pelliard 5th, Sylvan Andre 6th, David Herman 7th, and Martin Jaspers will be your 8th overall qualifier. You see 9 through 16, these riders with the queue, they will all be racing tomorrow. Palmer, Christensen, Blanc, Noverstad, Isidore, Marino, Tramanes, and Thurkasol. Brethauer, Dumont, Pillard, Turner, Godet, Aquindo, Matushita, and Furlon. Viede, Klashenko, Villegas, Bensic, Kadyshev, Duram, Lopez, and Marquardt. Bernhardt, Caliron still makes it through. Dubois, Shippers, Zula, Anderson, and Freiswick. Sakakabara, Kalan, Riccardi, Laustin, White, Vanderweer, Christofoli, and Walk. Those are your elite men that move on in the program. We move over to the elite women's qualifying list, and we'll see Stephanie Hernandez was the fastest qualifier, followed by Danny George, Gabrielle Diaz, Bois, Sorova, Green, Van Bentham, and Reynolds. Those ladies move on. Taylor, Sarton, Shriva, Bonarenko, Valentino, Stavois, Sprengers, and Lee Corgay. Curtis, Deller, Holakova, Hadiyamana, Quinhala, Portier, Dudux, and Everchi. Those are the ladies making their way into tomorrow's racing. So that wraps it up for this portion. We're going to take a 30-minute break, and then we will be back with those Superfinal time trials for the top 8 elite women, the top 16 elite men. So make sure you come back in 30 minutes time to catch those Superfinal time trials.
Riders ready, watch the gate.